Well, here we go. Yesterday afternoon, my granddaughter said we're going school shopping tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Major expense this time of year.
I know. We're going to start it on Sunday. It's time to buy new school clothes, new supplies, and get the kids ready to go back to school.
I never knew they could make so many crayons in all my life. Are your kids at an age where they'll be walking or riding the bus and then maybe, staying home by themselves after school?
Well, Anita is live to find out how you can tell if your kid is ready to be a latchkey kid. And it varies, I think, on maturity level, of course. Hi, Anita.
Hey, Andrea, you won't remember this because the time hasn't come, but Rick, you probably remember handing the keys over to your kids and saying, you got this one, come home from school, turn on the TV or do your homework, don't turn on the oven, don't cook, don't do this, don't do that, right? Yeah. As a parent, you can be a little bit nervous. Sometimes the kids nervous themselves, excited about having the independence. I was a latchkey kid. I enjoyed it. I liked being by myself, but not everybody is ready. So this is Dr. Anna Shire, and she is a child psychiatrist, excuse me. And so there are a lot of things parents need to look for. There are signs that would indicate your child is ready for you to hand the keys over to them.
Yes, and the biggest thing that is necessary is that the parent actually talks to their child. Parents are oftentimes very surprised and will come to me in my office saying, I had no idea that my child was going to tell me I am not ready. They were thinking their kid was going to say, yes, I'm home alone, I can eat what I want, I can do what I want. But parents can be reassured that most kids will tell them when they are just simply not ready. And that's a surprise to parents. But it's very important for parents to understand why their kids are feeling this way and talk them through some of the things that their children are worried about attending and contending with when they are home.
And let's talk about some of those this morning. So, what are some signs other than the kids saying, I'm ready? Because maybe they're not. They might just say, I'm ready and I want to do it. What are some quick signs that would indicate your child is ready to stay home? Is there an age range you should look at?
The typical age that we say is the age of 12. That being said, every kid is different. Sometimes you have a 16-year-old who you're kind of worried about having at home versus your 13-year-old, without a doubt they're fine. The biggest thing is that your kid is able to stick to a routine and that when something does happen, they know who to contact and they're willing to actually go that step of asking for help.
Okay. And so when they come to you and they say, we're not ready, you're in a situation where you simply can't afford childcare, you don't have anyone to leave them with. How can you help them prepare or maybe ease their concerns?
So there's certain steps that either way, if this is going to happen, need to happen. Okay. Your child needs to know their address, their phone number, and the major cross streets of their house so that if they do have to call 911, they can direct any emergency vehicles to their home without any issues. The other thing is they need to know a full set of phone numbers, whether it's your work phone number, your cell phone number, as well as the contact number for neighbors who are aware that they're part of this safety loop for this kid to be able to reach out to in case something does happen. Another issue is that a lot of times kids are used to walking into the house and not being aware of what's going on because they're with their parents. So you need to teach your kids as soon as you step out of that school bus, look at your house. Are there windows open? Are there windows broken? Is the door open where normally that door would not be open? And if that happens, what are the steps that you do? Whose house do you go to? Who do you call? Don't ever go inside. I mean, all of these things are very basic ideas that have to be touched upon and discussed prior to even considering whether your kid is ready. But once you do start to talk about these things with your child, they start to feel much more self-confident in the process of being alone and knowing that they're equipped and not just being thrown into the situation.
Wow, really great information. And as we're wrapping up here, this might be a silly question, but I'm kind of surprised that they still call them latchkey kids.
I'm not sure. I think it just stuck, and it's very catchy, and I don't know why.
Yeah, it just is. Really great information. Thank you so much. There you guys have it. If you're handing the keys over, not to the car, to the house, to your kids, maybe before and after school, some tips and information for parents as well as the kids to help ease them into this process. Because I'm sure, do you have a number? How many?
I have a website, and I have was actually thinking I could write a little blog. So if there are additional things that parents do want to ask me, they can.
idea.
And there's other information that's important to go.
And what's your website, real quick?
www.drshire.com.
All right, there you guys have it. SHIER, Dr. Shire. There you have it.
All right, thank you, Anita. Thank you, Dr. Shire. You know what else helps a lot
What?
is a security system with cameras.
Well, yeah, you can watch every
You
move.
could tell people coming in the house, going out of the house. You could watch what's going on in the house.
That's the thing, yeah. I just can't imagine.
I'm sure we trust our kids, but come on, not that much.
Yeah, exactly.